Jessica Haas is America's first female speed painter, and she holds the record for the fastest performance painter in the entertainment industry. She's also the winner of the television talent competition, The Gong Show. Jessica travels across the country, and you may have even seen her performing during the halftime at LSU basketball games. Jessica is joining us live in the studio this morning to tell us all about her journey and what brings her back to the capital city. Thank you so much for joining us in studio this morning, Jessica.
Oh my goodness, thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Of course, you're originally from Texas.
Yes.
But of course, tell us, how did you get started? No, first I want to know, what is your record for painting?
Record?
Yes.
Well, I won the Gong Show with 42 seconds.
42 seconds?
42 seconds, upside down. Jack Black he was serious about that gong. And he was gonging every act before I even got out there. We were the first episode they filmed. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. And I was back there like, what am I gonna do? I'm a painter. And so it was nuts. And so I was just like, I'm just gonna take the cue from the crowd, and it doesn't matter where I'm at, I'm gonna flip it, like, or whatever. And so I took the cue from the crowd, I flipped it. I survived the gong. Jennifer Aniston was like, no, or whatever. So it was great. And so that's yeah, and I won.
So, well, congratulations on that. And of course, speaking of upside down, I know you also, you're in the you came from the pageant world.
Yes,
you participated in the pageant
Miss
world.
America.
So when you participated in Miss Tennessee, you painted a picture that was upside down Jesus.
Yes.
What was kind of, I guess, like the motivation behind all of that?
Well, actually, I mean, I designed a lot of my easels or whatever, but okay. I love that design element. But my motivation in painting Jesus was I'm very strong and very like faith-based. I love the Lord. I'm very bold about that, but also wanting to communicate that. I also mentor a lot of 7th and 8th grade girls, middle school girls, that kind of thing. And we went through a devotional at the very beginning of like kind of mentoring them of the summer. And it was like, if you don't demonstrate your faith in a bold way, how do you expect to mentor or teach them to do the same thing? And wow. I felt challenged to do that. And I was kind of like, am I going to paint Elvis or am I going to paint Jesus? And I decided to do Jesus, knowing the risk, knowing the cost. Because when you paint and, compete for that kind of thing, it's a lot. And so, but I wanted to be bold in my faith and take on that challenge.
Well, again, congratulations on that too, as well. Now, of course, when you paint, you're also performing. So what all goes into the preparation for that? And what makes you decide to, I guess, what is it that you're going to paint other than your faith?
Okay, yeah. I mean, well, I always get to collaborate with, like, I perform for NBA, college.
Yeah.
I mean, right now I'm actually breaking into a lot of different pro sports. That's kind of like my new glass ceiling theme right now. I know. And so I just painted for like soccer, and those fans are crazy. It was awesome. I mean, there was fire everywhere. It was insane. But I collaborate with my colleagues and the people that are in charge of like game entertainment and that kind of thing, and we collab on like what kind of image would be the greatest like epic show ever. And so that's kind of, as you've seen kind of like in some of these videos here, we came together and developed an image, and that's kind of how it goes.
Did you ever think that growing up that I'm going to be the first female speed painter? No,
I come from very modest beginnings, actually. Very, very modest beginnings. But my mom always told me, ever since I was a little girl, that I could be whatever I wanted to be when I grew up. And I just totally believed her. And there's no other explanation for me being in this much of a niche. Like, I mean, like, who is a speed painter? Like, what? So, but she was a nurse and she was an athlete. I come from a family of athletes. So the only thing I think I can maybe explain as far as like my speed or my arm, like maybe that's what's going on there. Cause like, but she always told me I could be whatever I wanted to be, and she just rooted for me, like in pageants or in anything that I went and pursued, like the biggest fan in the crowd, and like an air horn at a pageant. That was like my mom, and so. Yeah. So
I know you've been to Baton Rouge before, and as you mentioned, you travel across the country to sporting events and things like that. So what brings you back to the capital city?
Well, I'm back here today. We're actually delivering a lot of paintings that are actually just replicas of the ones that I performed on the court at both the LSU women's and men's halftime shows. And so, and I do that a lot, very often. And so we're here to deliver a lot of those paintings from both of them. And a lot of them, I think, raise a lot of funds. And then one of them I know is hanging there at the university.
Yeah.
So.
And I know you're also going to be painting murals for our neighbors up the street in Mississippi. But for people who want to follow you and even, you know, want to learn more about you, where can they go? What's your socials or your website?
Well, Jessica K. Haas, Haas is my last name, yes. But it's not very hard to find me because I am like the only girl that's like out
the
there.
only one.
I'm like, which sounds, I'm not like trying to be braggy, but like.
It's okay.
But I mean, but yeah, Jessica K. Haas would be my social media handle, or jessicakhaas.com. Either one of those.